Back at it again. In this video, I'm going to be showing you when and when you shouldn't be using detail spray. Okay, so as I said, this video is going to be about when you should use detail spray. I guess this really spurred some thoughts from this morning when I was at Cars and Coffee. And usually this happens, but I figured it was a good opportunity to kind of express to you what my opinion is about using detail spray. I usually use Adams, but I don't use it very often, and that's kind of my point in this entire video, is use it as least as you can. So anyways, real quick, this morning at Cars and Coffee, you always see the guys who pull up, their car looks clean or whatever, but you always see them, wiping it down. They're spraying the car down, they're spraying behind the wheels, and they're just wiping it down. And that's fine, because, you always want your car looking as best as it can. I mean, that's everyone that watches these videos or interacts with me or whatever, they know that that's how I feel, and that's pretty much how they feel. You want your car looking its very best, and when you drive to Cars and Coffee, sometimes it gets dirty. Even if it's just a little bit of road dust, you want it looking its best. But my opinion is that when you use detail spray, even if it's a really nice microfiber and if it's good detail spray and you apply it right, I think that you should just not do that, because you are scratching the paint, maybe microscopically, but what's the point of that? I don't see the point. What do you get out of doing something like that when you can wash the car fully lubricated with your soap, wash mitt full of soap and water, and rinse it and foam it and do the whole process doing it right? Why would you kind of do it wrong? So I'm actually going to be doing detail spray in this scenario because I don't have time to wash it, and there is an area that I want to saturate and kind of take care of. I've been driving it for a week, and I realized I don't have enough time to wash it this weekend, which sucks, because I try to wash it once a week if I can, but I was pretty busy today. I guess the moral of the story is I don't understand why people constantly use the detail spray when they go to car events and everything like that. If you want your car polished up and waxed and looking perfect, do it and then drive there and leave it. Because if you don't, and you use your detail spray and you use whatever you want to do, waterless wash, even that, I mean, that's okay, because you're using a little bit more of, you're still using water and kind of buckets and stuff when you actually waterless wash it. But I guess my opinion is that use it as least as you can, only in emergencies. Maybe if there's bird crap, I would say you're kind of balancing. Would you risk scratching it maybe just a little bit, or worth the bird crap kind of eating away at the paint and maybe making a embedded mark? So in those scenarios, I guess I can understand why you would use it, and maybe all those guys are wiping bird crap away. I don't know. But I just feel like I judge them because it doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm just going to show you what I do. I'm going to show you a little close-up again of the area. I don't know, I feel like it's in this garage that when it rains, rain drips onto this back panel here, because I don't know what this is. There's nothing leaking, and it's kind of in this area. There's nothing that was spilled either. It looks like coffee, actually. But so let's get started here. I'm going to back up the camera. All right, so here's a close-up. Not going to be able to see everything, but I'm just going to really saturate the area. And you can probably see Adams is really good. It leaves like a nice glossy glass finish, but it also just kills anything that's there. And it's not like it's an all-purpose cleaner, but I almost feel like it acts like it. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I was using really crappy detail sprays, but I'm pretty much letting it rinse off the surface. Let's back this up a little. So I know it's probably a little bit hard to see, but I'm going to saturate. I'm just going to keep spraying. I mean, this stuff isn't super expensive. I'm deciding to do the whole back bumper. All right, so once again, I'm just reiterating that I saturated it as much as I could. And not a lot of people do that. You know, they just spray it a little bit. I don't know if they just don't know or don't care. But you, my theory is that you want to use the foam when you're washing or the water or whatever to let all the dirt fall off the car. Drag it off the car before you're scrubbing anything, before you're touching it. Because as soon as you touch it and there's dirt, that's abrasive and that's going to scratch it. So at least if you're not going to do a full wash and commit to that, at least do the bare minimum and kind of replicate it as best as you can. So I'm not going to really speed this video up. It's going to be, I guess, maybe a little bit more dry, but I want you guys to understand that, like, it's a pet peeve of mine. When you go to a car show, even if it's just a casual Cars and Coffee, the one I went to had like one Ferrari and a bunch of Lotuses and BMWs and stuff, but it wasn't some flashy car show. There's no reason to be doing that. Not that you should only do it if you have a flashy car, but there's just no reason for it. So really the biggest point is to be as liberal as you can with the spray. This is probably only the 4th time I've actually wiped this car that wasn't part of a full wash, just because there's no point, commit or don't commit. And that's kind of my strategy here. And it works really well, because if you're not touching the car, you're not scratching the car. And it sucks when it's dirty, but hopefully I'm not too rambly. But I was busy, I got back from the gym and it's still light out, I'm really enjoying it. So flip it over. There's something in there, so that's not good. You always want to go with the lines of the car. So this piece, go this way. Well, the whole back, go side to side. Because if you do scratch it, it's much harder to see, and it's probably easier to get out. All right, so that was easy. Back of the car looks great. As usual, what you see on camera is, not as clear as what it is in real life, but hopefully it looks a little different to you. So that's it. That's going to be it, guys. I hope that I didn't come off too rambly. Really the point is just to show you my thoughts as usual, but really just show you and kind of explain how passionate I am about the point of using the quick detailer and all that good stuff. I don't see the point of it unless it's an emergency bird crap situation, like I said earlier. So that's going to be it. But I do want to give you a quick little update. I complain and complain and complain about my lighting situation, and I'm going to be having an update hopefully in the next week. So hopefully within 7 days of when this video goes up, maybe 10 days, the next video that actually is the update might be up to 7 to 10 days or so. And it does have to do with the fact that back there is like a black hole right now. So I'm super excited. I finally, after I didn't do a lot of research, but just looking around and kind of seeing my options, which really isn't a lot in a temporary space. I don't want to be, putting a ton of money into this, rental garage area. So there's going to be an update for the garage. Before the winter time, I want to make sure I'm set. So when I do little projects here and there, I don't have to worry about my actual, the facility, the functioning area. So there's going to be an update for the garage. And there's actually going to be another update. I don't know when it's going to happen, probably less than a month from now. And that has to do with the Jeep. So I know that I've had a bunch of updates with the Jeep. I did a huge paint correction. I've been doing a lot of detailing and cleaning it up. I got a new muffler for it. And I have one really big last update that I want to do before wintertime. There's literally someone walking their dog staring at me from across the street because I'm talking to a camera right now. So anyways, the last update in general, unfortunately, I know a lot of you guys, like, It seems like more people follow the channel because of the BMW. That's more exciting. It attracts more people. It's a more fun car. The Jeep doesn't, there's not that many people that care that much about the Jeep, but I'm going to be driving a lot more in wintertime, guys. So you have to understand that like any updates for the BMW aren't as really worth it right now because it's going to be fall, and then I'm not going to be driving more than maybe once a week, if that. Because I don't think I'm going to fully winterize it. I usually just, last winter I drove it once or twice a week when it was dry out. It was crazy. So I'm probably going to try to do that again this winter if I can. But I want to be prepared for when there is snow and rain and all that crap, that the Jeep is ready for it. And I don't know if it's ready for it right now. So I don't know if that's giving it away, but I'm so excited. I went to a place today to get some information on what I'm going to be doing. It's not going to be some crazy modification. I'm not wrapping it or anything like that. Well, that would make no sense because I just spent like 18 hours on the paint. But I don't know. I'm really rambling. It's getting late. But it will be definitely a upgrade you can see from the outside. You know, if I drove by, it's an exterior type of modification. So actually several. You could probably count it as several different modifications. But I'll keep you guys posted. I will do maybe update videos depending on how things go. It might just be like a before and after. I haven't decided yet, but stay tuned for that. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. As I said in another video, I started a website that has a lot of my detailing stuff and a lot of stuff about my two cars. I have a Jeep Grand Cherokee, as I mentioned, and then I have this. So I have all kinds of more information, what I have done to this car, and I'm eventually going to put maybe what I want to do, and you guys can sort of check that out. It's bmb063.com. I'll put it in the description. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And thanks so much, guys. I blew past 500 subscribers. If I hit 1,000 by the end of the year, that'd be really sweet. I'm trying to promote myself here. I'm spending enough time on the videos, so might as well get a little bit more of an audience. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching as usual, and I'll see you next time. I spy with my little eye. You will get something special.